The Louisiana State Police, that's right, they are being investigated by DOJ amid mounting evidence that the agency has a pattern of turning a blind eye on the beatings of mostly Black men, including the 2019 arrest of Ronald Greene that led to his death. If you need a reminder, here is the video.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. I got you. Come here. I got. Get out the car now. Do it now. Hold. Oh no. Get out the car. Okay. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm scared. Get out of the car. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm your brother. I'm scared. Get out of the car. Put your hands behind your back, bitch. Give me your hands. Put your hands behind your back. Taser. Put your hands behind your back. We done tased you too many times. We can't tase you no more. Put your hands behind your back. Okay, I go. You better not move. You stupid. Blood all over. I hope this guy ain't got AIDS.
The lack of humanity here, it is glaring. And so DOJ is conducting this pattern and practice probe here because there is plenty of evidence that there have been numerous cases, including Greene's case, where Louisiana State Police appear to be turning a blind eye. And this is also one of those first actions out there where they're looking at statewide law enforcement agencies, and they haven't done that in more than 2 decades. Also, this investigation, this probe, what it is it's also following an AP News investigation that really exposed this pattern of practice here. And what we've been able to see so far is that in some cases that troopers were basically omitting uses of force reports. And also in other cases, they were seeking to justify their actions by claiming the suspects were violent, resisting arrest. All of these excuses that we've often heard law enforcement use. And so this is one of those things where we truly do hope that DOJ is going to do its job as the top cops and federal law enforcement agency that can provide some oversight to how this state police department in Louisiana is treating individuals, particularly Black men who are being beaten. Jackson.
So I think it's important for anyone who's involved in elections at any level going forward to make sure that unless a candidate supports police reform in any type of tactful, effective way, creating a database so we know what types of backgrounds these officers have, just enhancing security, lessening the access to deadly weapons that they have, whatever it is, unless a candidate is on board with these policies and unless these policies are on the forefront of their campaign, then don't vote for them, don't support them. Because the reality is that law enforcement has too much authority and too much access to force for us to continue to allow people to be in elected positions who don't support change. And so that's just, my last thoughts on just this whole subject for today is that for people who are involved in elections, make sure that the candidates have police reform on the forefront of their campaigns, because if not, it won't change.
Absolutely, it's not going to change. And we're going to continue to get the excuses that we do from law enforcement agencies. And one of those excuses is the thought that effectively, hey, there's no reason why necessarily that we are arresting Black people more often. And there is, it's called racism. One thing we know from Louisiana is that 60% of the state police is using force against Black people, but they're only 33% of the Louisiana population. Yet 67% of the people that the police are using force against. Those numbers don't add up. The numbers aren't numbering. But what is numbering, as far as I'm concerned, is DOJ hopefully holding all of the state law enforcement agencies accountable and actually doing something. And so I am very happy that they decided to take this step for this probe of pattern and practice. But I do hope that there's an outcome that will lead to actual change and consequences.